Hello, 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 humanity. Uh, I can't say a long time. I was with you guys yesterday, and today I get my consistency back. I did my exercises, and I even last night I was exploring. I'm still trying to come to you guys morning, noon, and night. But you have to give me a little time. It may be way all the way until Christmas before I'm able to actually accomplish that. Just give the old lady a little time. But at any rate, it's gorgeous outside. No, 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 I can't give you the tree report. And some of you all are really, really glad because you're like, I'm really tired of that old lady giving us the tree report. But there are some of us that we just absolutely love nature, and we love the swaying of the trees and the almost like tentacles on an octopus, where the grass captures the shadows of the trees as they sway to and fro, and the and the absolute beauty of our brothers and sisters coexisting together on one planet. Can you imagine one? That word one. ONE, over 7 billion individuals. We're all in one place on earth, and so many of us are coexisting wonderfully. And then we give allowances and love still for those of the few of our brothers and sisters that really can't wrap their hearts and minds around the beauty of coexisting in one place, one planet, with your brothers and sisters. We understand. We have the gratefulness of the awesomeness of coexisting with other human beings enough to where we can just share. We'll lend them some until they come around. Anyway, humanity, I'm going to be real, real quick because I'm really going to try to come back to you later on tonight. I can't help it, humanity. It's absolutely gorgeous out here. And I would just be disingenuous if I acted like I'm not grateful for the illumination of the sun and the beauty of nature and human beings that are coexisting with us. Well, anyway, this is what I did today. I'm making this waffle weekend where I am, making sandwiches out of. Out of waffles, and the waffles are homemade out of oat flour. So when you eat oatmeal, that's what I'm using to make the waffles. At any rate, so today I used the artichokes, not fresh artichokes. I got them in the can, washed and rinsed and separated. I had no idea, humanity, that artichokes, they're very high in fiber, they're low in calories, they're low in fat, and it really is, it's outstanding to know that it's just one more thing that we can add to our variety of menu, and that's what we're trying to do with the lifestyle. When I bring you the various recipes, that's exactly what it's geared to do, humanity, to bring you, a variety and assortment of recipes where you're utilizing beets and cauliflower and onions and, like today, artichokes. So anyway, what I did, humanity, I washed the artichokes, and then I separated them, and then I seasoned them. So what I did was I use some of the Orville Rittenbacher. There are various seasonings that you can get for your popcorn, right? And so Orville Rittenbacher has a long litany of a long line of seasonings that are just outstanding for your popcorn. And remember, I shared with you yesterday, I got a big bag of popcorn, and then I don't know what I did with it. I don't know if I left it in the car, I don't know if it fell out of the bag, but I have the seasoning, and I no longer have the popcorn. But that's neither here nor there. They have a sale, so hopefully when I go back to the grocers, the sale will still be there. So anyway, I seasoned the artichokes up with one fourth of a teaspoon. And remember, we talked about the spoons, humanity. The larger of the spoons is the tablespoon, and then the smaller of the spoons is a teaspoon. So I used a teaspoon of black pepper. I used a tablespoon of the Orville Rittenbacher hot wing popcorn seasoning. I use, yes, 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 I did. I used 1 tablespoon of the Italian seasoning. I used 2 tablespoons of the garlic powder and 2 tablespoons of onion powder. And I didn't use any salt because you don't really need it. And so I covered the artichokes with that. And so with the waffle mixture, I'm going back because I used the waffle mixture as a batter. So what I did, humanity, I took a fourth of a cup of oat flour, and I mean half of a cup. I'm sorry. And now you can use. If you're making a larger batch of waffles, by all means use a whole cup of oat flour. So I used, and remember, if you don't have any oat flour on hand, take your oatmeal and put it in the blender's cup and then blend it up. And I used a half of a cup of oatmeal flour, and I used the Orville written popcorn seasoning. I used 1 tablespoon, 2 tablespoons of onion powder, 2 tablespoons of 2 tablespoons of garlic. I used 1 tablespoon of the Italian seasoning, and then I used what else? I used fourth of a teaspoon of black pepper, so it's basically like the same thing that I used on the artichoke. And then I didn't use anything but water. I mixed that up with water. I remember I shared with you I have a mini waffle iron. So if you have a larger waffle iron, you just just scoop up more of your mixture, and your mixture should be, you put it maybe about 3 tablespoons of water. If it's still thick, add enough water until you get a pancake consistency. Okay, and so after you do that, you're going to get your waffle iron hot. You're going to spray it or oil it, however you do it. I used today. I used coconut oil because I literally did not recognize that I had gotten down low on my oil. But hopefully, you all are using spray. So and by all means, remember the personalization and the customization is key. So if you want to use a healthier flour, or you just want to use all-purpose flour, it still works. All of the recipes are meat friendly. If you'd rather use chicken breast pulse, if you'd rather use turkey breast pulse, it's okay. It's fine. And if you want to go in with some green onions, once again, I thought I had some green onions, but I didn't. So, and I'm talking about the waffles. You can, get 1 stalk of the green onion, washed and chopped real small, and you can add that to your waffle as well. I didn't have anywhere. That's exactly what I would have done. So, with that being said, I deep fry. I covered the artichokes after you wash them and you separate them because they're clumped together. Almost they mimic almost like flowers that haven't come to bloom, and so you can take them and you can wash them and open them up and then chop them if you prefer. So after I took them out and I washed and chopped, then I put the batter, the same batter that I used to make the waffle. I left a little bit remaining, and that's what I put on the artichokes. And I took that and I put in. You may want to go with maybe about a half of a cup of oil if you want to. I bought a deep fryer. It was on sale yesterday. I actually would have loved to have used that because one of the brothers, I went to their channel and they did a nice deep fry. And remember, deep frying, that's not something that we want to do all the time. Some of you have air fryers that are so, really, really good. You can coat them and put your spray on them and then make it even healthier. Just throw them in the air fryer. My air fryer is not it's not good like that. It wouldn't it wouldn't come out right. So anyway, put your oil in the skillet, let it get hot, just as if you're frying chicken, or if you're frying if you're frying fish. If you're unfamiliar with cooking, just use maybe a half of a cup of the oil of your preference. And so I put the coated artichokes in, let them brown on one side for maybe about 5 minutes. And then after you let them brown for about 5 minutes, and then you turn them over and you let them brown on the other side. And then with the waffles, you do the same thing, that your waffle mix, you take it and you let your waffle iron get hot, and you scoop in maybe about a tablespoon to 2 tablespoons of your waffle mix. The thing is, like I said, I'm working with a small waffle iron. So So if you're using your regular, your traditional waffle iron, use maybe two spoonfuls, and you just let it get brown. And like I say, a good indicator that your waffle is done, and it's nothing to gross you out, but it'll protrude just a little bit out of the waffle iron. I don't know if that's a good indicator, but that's the indicator that I use. But anyway, with that being said, humanity, I watched a romance movie earlier today, and I thought about you guys. I did, I really did. It was really cute and quirky. I won't give you I won't bore you with the details because some of you may not even like those type of movies. Maybe you're into action, maybe you're into suspense thrillers, who knows? But anyway, there was a part in the movie where the young lady she made a mistake, and it did something, humanity, that we live in a world where you can look around at your brothers and sisters, and like I said, you can look at their knees. You don't have to look at their knees. You can look at their hands, and you can see where the debris of I made a mistake, the debris of I just recently learned that I did that the wrong way, or the debris of if I had only known, I could have saved myself some time, some effort, or maybe, unfortunately, some heartache, a lot of pain. Your brothers and sisters on the side of you, in the back of you, in the front of you. We have those stories to tell, and we have the debris that allows those that look closely and are not walking around with lofty ideologies and imaginations that you're the only one that's going through, or you're the only one that's been through. This weekend, humanity, as the young lady, she realized that she took a shortcut. She thought that maneuvering and manipulating and adding false fallacies to the things that she wanted, that it would get her there faster and it would acquire that which she wanted. Well, how many of you know that sometimes when the manipulation and the deceit to another individual, sometimes it works out just for a little while, and then that thing gets to unraveling and what have you. But anyway, I thought about life itself. When you think about the mistakes that have been made as a part of your growth and development, or just living, doing life, I thought about what would happen if we were privy to a table game, and you were sitting there, you as an individual with your awesome self still standing, in spite of the fact that the world may be screaming in your ears, you can't have it, you can't do it, you need to stop, tears in your eyes every day when nobody can see you. And you're believing the fallacies, and your ideologies are such that this is the way it's always going to be, rehearsing over and over and over the hurts and the pains, the undesirables, the darkness of this world, the hurt, pain, suffering, anguish, sorrow, the delays, the uncertainties, rehearsing and running that through your mind over and over and over again, allowing unforgiveness to that poison that you would prefer serving up to someone else, and no one's veins are being riddled with that poison but yours. The unforgiveness, the poison of unforgiveness, is going through your veins, not the intended target. So with all of that being said, you're sitting down, and your peers are gathered around, and everybody has a full hand of possibles, possible success, possible joy, possible happiness, just anything you could just imagine, humanity, that's awesome and good. And you get your hand, and the players each get 20 cards, and you're left with 3 cards, and all of them, there's not a possible in sight. And then you look and behold, and they tell you, you know what, we didn't give you your last card, and that last card says possible for anything that your heart desires. All you have to do is change your mind, and that's the title of your card, with all of those undesirable cards, with that darkness, with such a short, limited resources. When you look around with everybody else, and you're thinking to yourself immediately, oh wow, everybody else has this, everybody else has that and I have such a limited supply. What happens, humanity, when we change our mind? When we change our mind from looking at the lack and the limiting and liability of the things that we're facing. What about when we just glance over at that one little tiny car that looks and everybody is saying, why don't you just throw in the towel? Why don't you just throw in the towel? Why don't you just give it up? You know you're never going to be a barber. You know you're never going to be a beautician. You know you're never going to design gym shoes, and you and six of your buddies, you only have maybe 10 of your buddies, and you only have $100 a piece. And you found out about Alibaba all the way over in China, and you realize that you all can get it done in about probably about 6 months. But at the end of the day, you're not looking at that. You're looking at the fact that everything is telling you no, 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 no. Hey, humanity, I'm telling you today with your awesome self, you should look over at that one little card that said it's possible. You're so awesome, humanity. This world, if you allow it, it'll tell you no every single time. It'll show you the darkness as opposed to the light. It'll tell you that happiness and peace are not for you. Oh, humanity, hey, you got brothers and sisters that would shock you. They would shock you if you seen some of the things that they overcame, and with only just a little bitty, they didn't even have a full card. They had a tiny card that said it's possible. You got brothers and sisters old and young, and they're still doing it, humanity, with everything, with all the odds against them. Hey, humanity, I gotta go, but I had to come to you and tell you, no, hey, you better look over at that one little card. If it's a half of a card, do you know how awesome you are? With everything that you've been through, you're still standing. The world told you every day. They told you yesterday with tears in your eyes right now. They're saying you can't do it, you can't have it. No peace, no joy, none of the things that you want. And yet you're still here. Talk back, talk back, talk back. Humanity, talk back without having any audio. Without having any audio. Just have action. Just have action. Pursue, pursue, and persevere. Hey, humanity, I gotta go. I gotta go. You know I'm going to tell you about those trees, don't you? Hey, I with everything in me, humanity, I'm wishing you the absolute best, you and your family. Don't you ever give up. Hey, take care of yourself.